Time to gather around the TV and watch those timeless Thanksgiving television classics like, Home Sweet Home, the movie where Body by Jake kills a bunch of people.
Hey, you want a beer? Hey!
Okay, I don't really watch that many Thanksgiving specials. Probably because for every... I can't even make that comparison. I can't say for every Charlie Brown Thanksgiving there's 10 BC the First Thanksgivings, because I don't even watch the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special. But I do watch A Charlie Brown Christmas, and it's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, and so do a lot of other people, which made the creators of the comic strip BC take notice, and decided to add their own cup of Sunday morning humor into the primetime TV fire with BC the First Thanksgiving. And how good is it? Oh, it pops up on many lists of the worst Thanksgiving specials of all time good. BC is a comic strip first introduced in 1958 by Johnny Hart. The strip features characters from prehistoric times, and many of the jokes revolve around the use of puns, slapstick, or irony given the strip's setting, such as this strip when he's holding mirrors and says he needs more time for reflecting.
Yeah.
If the Far Side is here and the Family Circus is here, BC would be, I don't know, here. It's one of those Blondie, Kathy strips for me, where I'd read it because it was there, and then I'd forget about it in 5 seconds and move on with my day. Which is probably what a lot of people did after watching this extremely forgotten 1973 Thanksgiving special. The opening itself sets the tone for what you're about to see. Happy Thanksgiving! We're celebrating the holiday with boring, monotonous music, a flat background, and a character that looks like the animators had to work extra hard at waking him up. Seriously, this looks like the laziest Little Caesars commercial ever made, which is surprising given that the short's director, Abe Liveto, was for a time Chuck Jones's head animator.
You know, the reason we're doing this is because the supermarkets are closed on Thanksgiving, you see.
Well, given how Thanksgiving in 1973 was November the 22nd, and this special aired on November the 19th, you really don't have an excuse for airing this. And why does he sound like Jack Benny? I can't say I ever read a BC comic and thought he was an obvious allegory for Jack Benny. What's next? A Born Loser TV special with the voice of Red Fox? The first gag in and of itself is a little weird. BC is woken up by lightning striking a tree stump and creating a fire. BC, by the way, is smart enough to know that a blanket will keep him warm, but not that a fire will hurt him. After burning himself, he goes back inside, and this happens. There's about 5 seconds between him going inside and screaming. So for a moment, I seriously thought the tree stump was haunted and making screaming sounds, and not that it was just BC shrieking in pain. He beats out the fire, so now I guess everything's gonna be raw on the first Thanksgiving, and they do the fire injury gag again. Is that BC screaming, or is this the world's first white noise? The timing here is very questionable. BC is now able to create fire from his mouth, which makes him the most popular person on the block next to this guy. And I guess the first Thanksgiving also took place during the first Olympics. Those turkeys from Freebirds had it wrong when they went back to the first Thanksgiving, because apparently they were supposed to go back to the Paleolithic age. Already, this special is certainly full of cameos. I prefer that sound effect when it's Yosemite Sam catching a bomb.
I got it! I got it! I got it! I got it! I got it!
BC notices a volcano in the background, climbs up it, and sneezes, thus showing us that he's allergic to volcanoes, I guess. Should I spoil the magic on how this gag ends? He walks down the volcano and leaves. That is something that somebody animated. And it's nice that somebody knitted him a blanket, but not a pillow, so he has to use a rock. I can't imagine how he gets any sleep, seeing how there's a 1964 political ad going on in the background. Oh, and a turtle.
Gesundheit.
What? He doesn't sound like Rochester? Well, this short is racist. I like his bloodshot eyes, obviously parodying the marijuana usage by anyone watching this special in 2013. For those wondering, the gag ends when he wakes up and says,
What was that?
then he goes back to sleep. Even when nothing is happening in the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, you can still spot two homeless guys fucking in the background. I don't know if the animation here is underwhelming or if I'm just stupid. In this shot, I thought it was just a giant bird sitting on BC's cave until the turtle's head popped out of it. Whenever a movie makes that music, Hal Needham smiles on us from the heavens. Admittedly, I'm not a BC expert. A few of these characters I actually had to look up their names, since the TV special does a poor job of telling us, in that it tells us none of their names. Plus, many of them look the same. When Peter wakes up, I thought the turtle just dyed BC's hair in his sleep. Interesting how Fat Broad uses a snake to beat people, even though she has a club right there. Oh, and that's actually her name, by the way. Fat Broad. You can tell which one she is. She's the Fat Broad. I wonder if BC is aware that someone has invented glasses, but still not a pillow for him to use. Also, we're 10 minutes into this. Doesn't it feel like Thanksgiving already? It's hard to bitch about anachronisms in BC, because after a while, the strip itself just stopped giving a shit, and began addressing that, hey, yes, Walmart does exist in this universe. And so do cartoons? Okay, there's being ironic, and then there's, we really don't give a crap anymore that this takes place 1,000,000 years ago. Here's a Walmart for them to go to. Oh, hey, there's a dinosaur there. I always knew that dinosaurs roam the earth simultaneously with Walmart. And this opening wasn't the end on confusing voice choices.
I see you discovered fire. It's about time, sweetheart.
He's Bogart? Was he gonna start chain smoking now? Let me guess. Fat Broad is like Johnny Carson.
You'll never guess what I've discovered.
So, you're the guy with the fire!
Yeah.
Well, okay, that sounds kinda like what I would have pictured. And hang on, listen to BC again.
And don't be late!
Okay, I won't.
Why doesn't he sound like Jack Benny anymore? Did they change their minds about a third of the way through and didn't have the budget to re-record the opening? As expensive as that looked? The boys are all put in charge to find a turkey for their big pot of stew.
There's only one way to flavor rock soup, and that's with a dead turkey.
But guys, you just come across the world's first talking turkey. You sure you want to kill it? His screams might haunt your dreams.
Turkeys, turkeys who love turkeys.
Ah, the song People. Remember when Streisand carved the lyrics to that on caveman walls? I joke, but seeing this group of guys in one small pile running around the desert looking for a turkey is the first funny gag in this special. Although, why do they want this skinny turkey? The dinosaur has way more meat on him.
Wiley,
Yes, sir.
got a minute?
Yes, sir.
What the heck is a Twinkie?
And why is he Marlon Brando now? Is he at least Last Tango in Paris Brando? Is this gonna be the first Thanksgiving where someone stuck butter up their ass? Say, it's Cute Chick. Oh no, that's also her name.
Hi, turkey.
The turkey is named after shit.
Hi, guys. Don't y'all catch cold out here?
1973, when you weren't sure if the lady on screen was gonna fuck 4 guys or just a turkey. As for the dinosaur, I like that not only does he eat their soup, but he also puts out their fire just to be a dickhead about it. And this volcano gag I like too. Unlike the bit earlier, things are actually happening here. It's slapsticky, it's shtick that I've seen in cartoons 1,000,000 times before, but come on, this one actually is 1,000,000 years old. BC, meanwhile, pretends to be a turkey, which makes me feel sorry for the view he's given the people behind him.
You know,